Disclaimer: the following narrative is based on open source reports and public claims.
Look at the map. Eastern Europe, tense, unstable. To the east, Russia. In the center, Ukraina. And in western Ukraine, a line. The border with Polandia. That line is thin, but its impact is global. Because right here, the war changes shape. From territorial conflict to high-level strategic play. And when Russia starts striking cities near that line, it's not random, it's deliberate. For months, even years, Western Ukraine felt different, quieter, safer. Far from artillery fire, cities like Lviv became symbols of that, a place to evacuate, a place for diplomacy, a place where the outside world could still come in. But in modern war, there is no truly safe zone, only areas that haven't been hit yet, and once strikes begin landing in the West, that illusion collapses. To understand these strikes, you need to understand one thing. Modern war is logistics, not just who fires first, but who can keep firing longer. Every round Ukraine fires came from somewhere else. Every defense system crossed a border, and most of those routes run through Poland, from Western stockpiles to military trucks to rail lines into Ukraine. And they converge in Western cities. These are distribution hubs, staging points, transfer zones. In simple terms, this is the logistical heart, and Russia doesn't always strike the heart directly. They squeeze the arteries. Striking the rear Serokoninu is called a deep strike. Not about capturing land, but weakening capability from within. Warehouses destroyed, supply disrupted, rail lines damaged, movement slows, facilities hit, coordination breaks. The effects aren't always immediate, but they build over time. Frontline units run low faster. Damaged systems sit unrepaired. Troop rotations get delayed. And in war, small delays create big consequences. Russia understands something critical. They don't need to stop the flow completely. They just need to slow it down. Hours of delay can change a single battle. Days of disruption can shift an entire front. This isn't a high-speed war, it's a war of endurance. And by striking near Poland, Russia is trying to control the tempo, slow Ukraine down, force reactions, drain resources. Now zoom out. Poland is not just a transit country, it's part of NATO. A military alliance built on one principle: attack one, respond as all. That makes this border extremely sensitive. When missiles land nearby, it's not just military, it's political, diplomatic, global. Russia knows this, and they operate right at the edge, not crossing it, but getting close enough to create pressure. This isn't black and white. This is the gray zone. Actions that are aggressive, but stop short of triggering full-scale retaliation. Calibrated strikes, measured escalation, controlled risk. Push too far, global war. Hold back too much, lose effectiveness. So Russia walks the line, carefully. Here's the problem. War is never perfect. Missiles miss, systems fail, intelligence gets it wrong. And when that happens, location matters. If something goes wrong near Poland, it becomes international instantly. Tensions spike in minutes. Statements are issued, forces go on alert. This isn't hypothetical, it's already happened. And each time, the world moves closer to the edge. Strikes aren't just physical, they're psychological. For Ukraine, there is no longer a safe zone. For civilians, no guaranteed refuge. For the West, no comfortable distance. Pressure builds, uncertainty grows, and in war, uncertainty is a weapon. When civilians move west, they don't stop at the border. They enter Poland, then spread across Europe. This creates new pressure, economic, social, political. European governments must balance military support with internal stability, and the closer the war gets to NATO borders, the heavier that pressure becomes. Step back, and the pattern is clear. This isn't about one strike or one city, it's long-term strategy. Russia aims to reduce the effectiveness of Western aid, test NATO's limits, control the pace of war. Ukraine aims to keep supply lines alive, maintain internal stability, sustain international support, and between them, a shifting balance. So the question is, what happens next? Do strikes move even closer? Does NATO step in further, or does everyone stay inside this gray zone? There are no clear answers. Only risk of escalation, risk of miscalculation, risk of something bigger. That line is still there, the border between Ukraine and Poland. Thin, tense, dangerous. On one side, Russia keeps pushing. On the other, Ukraine keeps holding. And behind it, the shadow of NATO. Strikes near Poland are not just military tactics. They are signals, they are pressure, they are high-stakes strategy. And the world is still watching, waiting, to see whether that line holds or finally breaks.